All right, Matty Cook is here at the crib this morning, Monday, October 13th. I'm doing this intro because I recently went on a trip that was a lifelong dream. Those of you who are my regular rail fans watch the train videos, but I saw a whole lot more, including some from some states like Arkansas and Oklahoma and Iowa that I wasn't expecting. But I did expect to go to Wyoming. I did expect to go to Yellowstone. And I want to share all that with all of you, anybody who wants to watch. As you can see here, I'm not pretentious. I love people. I love all people, and I want people to see what I saw and perhaps do what I did, which was travel through 16 states. I spent time in 7 new states that I was never in. So I have now 41 states that I've spent time in, 41 out of the 50, and that may be it. I'm down here in St. Augustine. It's a real paradise here. And even though I love the mountains, I'll probably end up here. But I hope you enjoy these clips and videos. And yes, there will be some trains for you rail fans, of course. So please enjoy and share. All right, Matty Gugas, we got all right, Matty Gugas here in Yazoo City, and we got Canadian National over here in the siding. I'm gonna swing around because we got high green. There's something else over there. I'm gonna take a walk. Stay tuned. All right, up close and personal with Canadian National. My first Canadian National train locomotive. Check it out. And then they got lease unit here, GT. Local train. You got 2 boxcars, 2 tank cars. I'm gonna walk down behind it. Stay tuned. All right. Well, it would have been nice. I've been waiting a half hour. High green usually means a train within the hour, but I'm in big train land now, so who knows? I mean, I wasn't in train operations, so not that I would know anything about this line, but I don't know how long they'd make this guy wait out here. Of course, you never know. He could be going to get those cars or spot those cars that he has with those cars over there. Who knows? Anyway, could he have made the next siding if he was going through? Anyway, I'll film more trains, but it would have been nice to see meet here in Yazoo City. All right, Matty Gugas at dawn in Dumas, Arkansas. Trying to find a gap here. There's a decent amount of traffic here in 6:30 a.m. in Dumas, Arkansas. That's the airport over there, a little airport over here. I chose to stop in this town because they had an airport. So restaurants, motels. Anyway, stay tuned. All right, so Matty Cook is here at the Chateau Ozark. I'll zoom in on the logo, and then I'm gonna do like an official video with the taster, or what do you call yourself? Server. Oh, seems like this should be a better name than that, but the wine specialist. Anyway, Let me come in on the glass. I had to stop. Never been in Arkansas before. I saw Arkansas wine country, so I'm checking it out. So my wine specialist here, Xander, at the Chateau Ozark, just had me try this port. It's fantastic. There's your logo. This wine was developed by you, Xander? Is that what you call it? Invented? You don't have to speak either. Anyway, thank you very much. I got a little surprise for this young man. When we get done here, I got to hit the road. Denver, Colorado is my next destination. This is my last stop in Arkansas, I promise. All right, so I know it's kind of dark, but let's see how this comes out. I just came upon this place, trying to get to the other end of that BNSF yard. Got a little railroad museum here. Looks like you can climb this friggin' tower and maybe watch the activity in the yard, eh? Alright, let me walk down here. Alright, moving right along. Oh, caboose. Camera's not focusing. Oh, it's dark. Oh, did you hear that? I hope not. Nice caboose. St. Louis, San Francisco, is that what that means? Alright, so alright, so there's a yard over there. Listen to all the activity. Alright, so I gotta get up around there, get out the other end and see if there's another place where the trains exit. I pretended like I was lost and I came in this BNSF yard. And the guys were very friendly and nice and told me how to get out of here. They didn't like yell at me and call the police. So because this came up here, that conducted through that switch right over there. So maybe you can see it. And now they're going to back down there into that track, and they get probably hook up and connect to something else. Building trains, and actually this is the hump. That's the hump yard. So the cars go up, and then they go down that hill and they run. And the computer system tells them what lane to go in, what track, depending on where they're going. If you've never seen a hump video, they're out there. Alright, so can you all see these blinking lights up here? Like, what in the heck is this? I'm coming up on I-35 in Oklahoma City, in the middle of freaking nowhere. I mean, there's been nothing off these exits for the last 100 miles. There's like a plaza style, turnpike style gas station that if you don't realize that you don't get gas there, you're screwed. Because there's nothing off these exits. Now I'm coming up on I-35 and there's this freaking weird red blinking lights. Like, what in the hell is that? What in the hell is this? This is bizarre. This is freaking bizarre. Totally bizarre. Alright, well, I guess I'll find out what it is. Alright, so this is what I'm talking about. I'm on the 412 from Tulsa to, on the way to I-35, and there's nothing for 100 miles off the exits. I mean, it's dark. There's a plaza-style turnpike style gas in the middle that serves both directions, and it's a good thing I filled up at Tulsa because I didn't realize there wouldn't be anything off the exits anyway. But that's not the point. So it's pitch dark for 100 miles, nothing off the exits. No gas, no food, no motels, nothing, okay? You can see things off in the distance like Stillwater, but it's not, you really can't tell what exit to get off and how far away it is. It's off in the distance. And then I start seeing these red flashing lights. Like, I thought I was coming into the Twilight Zone, okay? Or like an Air Force base, or like a secret Air Force base. Anyway, anybody know what they are yet? There's a nice breeze here. Did that give it away? Yes, they're windmills. You can't see them. It's dark. All you see are these red lights flashing. And it's creepy as hell. Like, for miles. Look at that. Like some kind of freaking what's that movie? Close Encounters of the Third Kind of stuff. Anyway, I don't know if I'll see these during the day because I'm heading out of here. All right, so there they are, the windmills. You'll get a better view in a little bit when it gets a little lighter, but you can see all the posts with the red lights still flashing. All right. Yeah, so here we go here too. So it's still darker. This is let's see, west, facing west. Alright, what do we got here? So it's dark, you can see the red lights flashing. Like, look just at the Brahm sign, just below the Brahm sign, about 2/3 of the way up that post. Anyways, that was wild last night. Alright, so here's the windmills during the day. Yeah, there's a pretty stiff breeze here, and it's cooler. So, it's a good spot. Come around here. It's going to be washed out, but that side is just shut down. It might be washed out, but I wanted to show these. So, see that line of windmills? The center of the picture right now. Every one of them has a red light on it and blinks all night long. Alright, well, Kansas has them too. I'm in Kansas now. And these are like right here along the highway. We'll get a good view. And these roads are cooking. The wind is blowing pretty stiff today. It's showing 80 degrees on the thermometer, but it's hoodie weather. So we got a cool wind, quite a wind chill. Yeah. All right, enough of that. I'm gonna send a picture of myself. Alright, Matty Gookies here. You're in for a real treat. I saw this train here along I-70. I got off the highway. The map said this is Waukene, Kansas. But check this out. They're loading this grain train. From those silos. Stay tuned. I'm going to go up there. There's two locomotives on the front. Alright, I don't know if he's pulling up or pulling out. But look at this, perfect timing. This is Western Railroading right here, folks. What they call a grain train, a unit train. Listen to that brake. That set of brakes. Oh boy, a unit train of grain. Let's see what he's gonna do now. Back in and pick up some more cars. So there'd be a conductor down there telling him that he pulled up far enough, and they'll throw the switch to the other track, and then he'll back in and connect to some more cars. Let's see. Yep, there he goes. Or spot the cars. I don't know. You know, either way, can't tell if they're loaded yet or not. So this train could be spotting the cars, and then that other line of cars, which didn't have a locomotive on the front but did have one on the back. I filmed it. They're in possibly in the loading line. I don't know. Let's just keep filming and see what we discover here. Slowing down, so he's going to hook up too. I think he's slowing down. No. So he's backing in. Spot these cars? That's what I'm going to guess. Ow. Sorry, I gotta pause for a second. Alright, Yowza, yeah, the seed pods here are, yeah, like Western, like the state of Texas. Way bigger than we have in Florida. Alright, so, now he's stopped. Oh yeah, look, he went straight back this time to connect to those other cars with the locomotive on the end, I think. So, backing up some more. Alright, now he's pulling out again. See what happens. Did I say that? This is Western Railroading here, folks. Alright, so I'm going to go down by that plant, see if I can see the conductor working. Alright, so that was nice. They cut the train, and he pulled up, let these trucks go in and out. They've been waiting here patiently. These 3 trucks going in to deliver. I can tell they were heavy. This one's coming out empty, squeaky. Alright, so let's watch this coupling and then we'll see what the conductor does. Alright, so the conductor was nice enough to speak to me. He's got set out more cars and, before they hook up to these, which he didn't say that, but I'm assuming these are loaded cars. Or they're in the loading line, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Alright, so he's coming back. Locomotives are coming back with these cars. They're gonna get yeah, so these are gonna get set out. I think. Hold on, let's see. No, there's a coupling. There's a coupling. Shoot, I should have been over here. Alright, so now the conductor will connect the air hoses. Excuse me. Listen to that. That's the slack. Okay, so that's the slack being pulled out as the locomotive creeps forward, I think. So I talked about slack in my last video. Alright, so he's going down here to cut out another bunch of cars. So he's communicating with the engineer. Yeah, safety, safety, safety before you go in there. And hook or unhook. You communicate with the engineer. Alright, here comes the slack. Oh, I didn't see him unhook that one, but he did. Look, and there's the slack stopping. Wait, he's coming back. No, that's just the slack again. Oh no! All right, now he's coming back. All right, there's a coupling again. I guess the I don't know why they redid that coupling. Of course, I'm too far away to see details. Okay, so now he's in there connecting the lines. So I think I know what's going on now. Alright, so now he's going to put the brake on this car. Now he's going across. Alright, well if he disappears, I'm going to go down here to where the plant is and then see if anything's being loaded. What I'm guessing is these are loaded cars, and but they're going to pull them out, set them out for another train, a through train to come by and pick them up. Or pull them, he said set out, but pull them somewhere where they can be picked up by a through train. Alright, so I don't know what's happening right now. He seems to be moving on this. Okay, is he setting the brakes now? I mean, I don't know if I thought it's the same block of cars with a locomotive on the other end, so I don't know if they have to set brakes when there's a DPU. I guess that's like a DPU back there. Let's see what happens. I'm going to give this a couple more minutes, and then I got to be in Denver to see my son. So get a little exposure to working a grain silo, massive grain silo. Okay, so there's all right, so he's been told that he can move. He gives the horn salute. So everybody clears the train and pulls up a little bit. Let's see. Pan back. Yeah, he's got this entire consist now. Alright, so he Alright, I hope I have plenty of room. Yeah, listen to those locomotives from this distance. They are throttled up, baby. Loaded grain cars. Oh yeah, you can see the grain on that one. That green one. We'll watch to see how far he pulls this down, and the conductor said he had 5 more to set out. I don't know what that means exactly, but 5 more 5 more trains, not 5 more cars. Anyway, 5 more blocks. All right, he's slowing down. There's the slack. A lot of slack. Alright, I'm gonna go down by this silo and see what's going on the other end of this train. Alright, so I can hear the conductor over there cranking brakes. Manual brakes on the car, so they're gonna cut this train up again. I don't know exactly. I'd have to watch this whole thing to understand how they're doing it, and I don't have the time. But there's a little bit of a sample of, again, working a giant grain silo. And stay tuned, I'm gonna go down there by the silo. Alright, so you can see right there how they load the cars right there. Yeah, and there's a track out here you can see in the foreground. It's a main line that goes by this facility. So I don't know if you can see that in the distance, but yeah, so they cut that train off again. He said he's got to set 5 more out. I don't know what that means. Setting out 5 blocks of cars. Anyway, they don't seem to be loading any cars. They close at 4, so one of the truck drivers told me. So they don't seem to be loading any more cars today. Nothing else seems to be moving, so I'm moving on. All right, there it is, the Rocky Mountains with the sunset behind it. All right, so this area is called Buckeye. What a surprise, huh? Buckeye Road. Anyway, there's a town out there too called Livermore. It's probably it way down there at the edge of the base of the mountains. We got a bunch of buildings and stuff right here, but that's just farms, I think. I think I'm looking at the map. The town's out there a little further. Again, probably out there at the base of the mountains. Anyway, stay tuned. We're going to get this northbound train now. Once he gets clearance to come out of that side, he can head north. Alright, so while I'm waiting for this train, I'm looking down here. And so that's a dairy farm. Check out, all those things are cows. Let me zoom in a little bit. Quite a trucks are the farm trucks. And now I'm in the road. I guess I'm alright. Alright, I gotta shut down. The wind is probably washing out the noise. Alright, the dream is realized. Wyoming is so proud of their state, they got a little pull out here. You can pull in here and take a picture of you entering Wyoming. Of course, there's one for leaving Wyoming too over there, but it's all good. Woohoo! All right, Matty Gook is here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. got ahead of it out here on I-80 business. Son's watching everything out. Let me see. I'm gonna swing around. I don't know. That might be a little better. It doesn't matter. It's all good, right? Actually, I'm going to swing back around. I think this train has a DPU. Yeah, here it comes. Yeah, so I saw this train in the yard. Stopped and it just pulled out. As I was driving through Cheyenne, I saw the DPU running, and then all of a sudden the train took off. I had to hightail it out here. All right, DPU, Distributive Power Unit. That thing is working hard. All right, Union Pacific, Cheyenne, Wyoming, Matagooks out. All right, so we're getting close to Powder River Basin. Here's the first coal train. Nice. Check it out now. Powder River Basin coal. Woohoo! Check it out now. I can see the end, but you can't. Maybe you can tell where it is. zoom in and slide over. Anyway, all downhill from here, no DPU. There's a DPU on the end, I'm pretty sure I saw it. Well, or at least one. Yeah. Yes, that horn salute was for me. I tipped my hat to those guys. I'm standing here on the side of the bank of this hill. My car's parked on the highway with the flashers on. There's no crossing, obviously, no other horns. Anyway, I'm teasing. There it is, the DPU. Sweet, my first Powder River Basin coal train. Check out that body of water that's over there, by the way. I've been looking at that. There was another one back there. Well, you can see it off in the distance, right above where the train's disappearing. So two giant, by the way, did you hear that locomotive like crank up, throttle up? Remember, that locomotive is run off the lead locomotive. Anyway, I don't know what these bodies of water are, but they're pretty large. They do look like they go down quite a bit in the summer and then fill back up again next spring. But all right, stay tuned. Look at these creeks and rivers here in Wyoming. They just dry right up in the summertime. But what I thought this was originally, I saw it from the highway. If you zoom in over the train, you can see the bridge for the highway. I-25, let me stop. What I thought this was originally was a train that is going to be recrewed out here. What happens with these Transcon, these longer distance railroads is, the crew runs for their allotted time, which I believe is still 11 hours on duty. I'll have to double check that, and then they, when they run out of time, they stop. And then they have to wait a little bit for a crew car to show up and bring a new, fresh crew, and then they get a ride back to a hotel or a bunkhouse or something somewhere. But it doesn't always happen out in the middle of nowhere, although it can. There are usually planned spots where the trains can be recrewed. I'm going to go back there and show you. There's a little dirt road there right where the locomotive is stopped, so it's probably where they normally recrew trains. But still got this high railer here, so maintenance. So I guess I gotta find out what's going on here. All right, so there's Rocky Mountains back that way, or west, not back that way, out that way, west. Anyway, stay tuned. All right, so there were a bunch of grain hoppers back there. I didn't film it because I saw these locomotives. So we got a facility here with its own power, closed up for now. But anyway, I thought I'd stop and take a shot. Stay tuned. All right, check it out now. Check out these deer. All right, Mama and two fawns. Nice job, Mama. All right, so here comes that high railer we saw. So he's checking out the track for some reason. That's why that train was stopped. So we'll watch him go through and then we'll move on. There's a gentleman here that I'm talking to, Stacy. Yeah. Is this Orrin?
No, Orrin's down the road.
What town is this?
This is Douglas.
Douglas, Wyoming. My first time in Wyoming. Stacy, it's a lifelong dream.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so they don't even do the crossing gates with the, they do the crossing gates with the high railers in Florida, but I guess they can see plenty of distance, but, well, they're going to stop here. And, oh, they're going to get off the, okay, so they're going to get off the track here. Alright, we can watch this little process. Hey, hey! I'll keep your face out of the picture. So yeah, so he cranks up the wheels there. Woohoo! There we go. And you know the rest. I'm gonna shut down for a minute. All right, so we got a nice big power plant here, and it's not coal. In fact, I can't tell what it is. You got silos over here. I know they got paper mash burning plant in Palatka, Florida. They got some kind of a grain mash power plant. It also could be gas. There's tanks, which I've driven past the building a little bit, so there's tanks behind it over there, a little ways away from the building that look like it could possibly be gas. Liquid natural gas or natural gas. Anyway, I just wanted to show this power plant. Alright, so here's the other mine that they told me about, the Rawhide mine. I can't go in here. I'm going to go back and drive along these tracks, see if I can get a view. Alright, so I'm not going to get out of the car again. So there's the other mine, the Rawhide mine. Alright, I got to go back and head for Buffalo. So this must be a small mine. They got a back in one or two at a time, car loading. Anyway. Almost looks like snow. But we're at the top of some ridge. Or in a gap, but no, we've been climbing. There's a sign right there. It's now 46 degrees. I just got out back there. I'm not getting out again. I'm up here on the Cloud Peak Scenic Byway. Still see sunset to the west. Well, it's only 8:46 p.m. here. I mean, still, that's almost 9 p.m. Nice. All right, I'm gonna chill. All right, so Matty Cook is here. I'm here in Cody, Wyoming, and there's a car show. Check out that mountain in the background. Beautiful day here, 70 degrees with a breeze. I'm out. I don't know what river this is, but I'm heading out towards Old Faithful from Cody, Wyoming, and we got some whitewater here. Woo! Alright, so that nice young lady walking her two dogs was nice enough to tell me that this is the Shoshone River. There's a dam over here. Stay tuned. Alright, so there's the Shoshone River dam. Beautiful, look at this. Alright, and there's a tunnel. Or actually, it looks like there's a section of tunnels. Alright, we're gonna go up here. Woo! Alright, so I stand corrected. This is the dam up here. Well, I got my hat. Did my ice cream blow over too? Alright, let's try that again. So, I stand corrected. This is the dam up here. Alright, let's continue. Check this out, man. This is wild. I don't know if this is still Cody, but it's just west of Cody. Insane. Alright, so I passed Sylvan Pass. I'll put a picture in. I don't know what this body of water is, but it's enormous. We're heading toward fishing bridge. I don't know if that's a town or an actual fishing bridge, but we'll find out soon. Stanky.
他说以前这个是会喷发的，这个是气，对吧？在阳台上。
Yeah, there it goes. Well, in Wyoming. I live in Florida. There's way too many people moving there now. I've been there going on my 33rd year.